Finally make it alive. Hello everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. Welcome to the new subscribers, guys. And I want to say thank you guys for buying the coffee. Appreciate it. Uh New moon. What is it going on? I've been trying to get it online and this is like a four tries and it didn't happen, nothing at all. It says the life is not available. Mercury retrograde shows up itself. Um Pretty good things are gonna coming in. You gonna feel it. I'm looking into the charts. For it, what you need to look it's 7 p.m. Around 7 p.m. because I do the astrology report in the Greenwich time. But if you following the chart for putting the same time, but for a different country, from India to United States into Canada, you're gonna find out that similarities right there. And I work with those similarities. And here is what you need to pay attention is you. We've been talking about this. I've been talking on my main channel in there for it. But now it is about you to practice. Gonna be talking about here a bit about this report. Why is so important to you? And the new beginning, it is about the new beginning from within yourself to yourself. What is that coming in astrology wise? Let me tell you. You have Mercury, you have Chiron, you have a North Node, you have the Sun, you have the Moon, and you have Venus in Aries. When three of those is going to happen, as you're watching this report, probably, they're going to be coming together. That is it, the Moon, the Sun, and Chiron. We're talking about this. We've been talking about the situations of you healing yourself. But now, where you need to start from the beginning, and there it is about from where you, before beginning something new, you need to finish the old. Otherwise, you have unfinished business. Otherwise, you have unfinished karma. You have things that it's coming in there. For hi, Karen, thank you for being here. And you have this things that stopping you to go within the new. You can't stop the new thing until you don't finish the old. I mean, I've been working around the house and it's like this, and this, and this. What should I start first? Okay. And talking about within those energies for it, you have the intuitions, the authority, and the wound that healer, the wounds that can feel from others, the wounds that comes in from people who wounded you, because that's all that they didn't know. Okay, that's what they didn't know. That's it. That's what they did because that's what they know. Oh, I feel bad about it, and I'm gonna make a bad about it so we can know how to feel bad. But it's the same time, it's the other side. Heal people, and now is you. You to understand from within yourself what is that new beginnings are. This is going to be a very huge portal for some of you. Okay, talking about new beginnings of self. I will explain what is that coming from. In the beginning of areas, we have Venus. That is it about your primary understanding of love and the material possessions, money. Okay, how the things are have to be balanced because that's what Libra represents. Venus controls Libra, and how to understand the material things, which is represents Taurus. But now Venus is in Aries, self, personal, internal self within you. And all begins with stop lying to yourself. Stop living in illusion. Stop living into these imaginary worlds. But start doing the things that you left it. If it's some of the things you need to say goodbye, bye bye, and so on, do it. You have a new beginning in front of you. Do it. Okay. But as we're talking about this report, uh, and there, my personal guidance and suggestion to you guys has been doing this for quite a bit while, years. And I will asking you for one thing. Look yourself in the mirror. Look yourself in the mirror. And when you get these energies from the divine, when you get something within yourself, when you make this promise to yourself, when you change your belief system, when you get down in that belief system, finish with actions, because that's what it is. Actions of one self. And those actions can let you be who you're meant to be. Finish the old, which is down as a Pisces, beginning a new energies that begins within Aries. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go through the chart right now. So you guys have some questions, let me know. But looking at this energy at 7 o'clock, the ascendant is gonna be at Taurus. There, the midheaven is gonna be at Capricorn. The energy is gonna be primarily focused and intense in there. Talking about the Sun, the Chiron, the Mercury, from the midheaven. Pluto is still squaring Mercury. For it is about you to change your transformations of what you need to be. Okay. So this is going to be the overall the beginning of the energies in there. 8 o'clock is going to be great. You're going to be feeling that great energies that I've been talking for a while. You have these beautifications within yourself. The moon is going to be at 12 degrees. At 15 degrees, we have the North Node. You're going to be feeling those positive shifts, those positive changes. All they are ruled by Pluto in Aquarius. We're talking about those sextiles between the Pluto, the Venus, and the Moon. You're going to feel those energies, but at the same time, Pluto is also with midheaven at this time. Your inner work of transformations from satisfying others to satisfy for what you need to be doing within yourself before you're doing with others is to have the correct belief system, to create the correct actions, the self corrections. We're talking about this Mercury retrograde for. All right, 9 o'clock. Great energy is gonna comes in, but the challenges towards Mars and Saturn since they beginning, they've been through these positions. Midheaven, it is at the mid of Aquarius. Very powerful, great energies with the ascendant, great energies of the focus of the Sun and Chiron. Usually, the wounded healer, for those of you who have a Chiron in areas, through understanding your own wounds that go into life, you begin to heal yourself and then you heal others. Kind of like a habit on it, but that's the only way. That is the only way. Because you personally experiencing these energies of healing, and now that comes to you in a very powerful way. All right, so as the day go by, we're talking about 10 o'clock there. The midheaven is going to be between Aquarius and Pisces. The ascendant begins into Cancer. There's going to be divine energies with Pluto. You're going to understand that over the time, especially I'm paying attention at 7 to 7:30 energies there, and specifically between 7:17 until 7:22, in that span of 5 minutes. This is when the eclipse is going to be happening. It's going to last it for a little bit, and then it's going to go ahead and move. During that, you can take the exit out of the old stuff and begin the new as the old stuff ending. But you can actually also do the other side. This is a portal with two ways. You can walk in or walk out. Some of you may be walking into their own shadow, darkness within themselves, in there just to see what there is. That could be a great awakening for some of the people. While the other energies is that you walking out of them. Okay, it all depends on you. I already talked about this. If you haven't listened to the previous report, you can go ahead and listen to it. All right, 11 o'clock. Powerful energies with the ascendant between Mars and Saturn in there with the midheaven towards Cancer. You're gonna see that the Cancer is actually the family situations is gonna be affecting with this new moon. And those energies that right now currently are present, they're very powerful, but they're going to give you a preview. Why? The ascendant, there, the rising energies, they are squaring the moon, the north node, and the sun and Chiron in there. You're getting the full preview of what might be. You're getting it within your head because here's what happens. The energies you feel in it, it becomes from your crown chakra right here. You can feel that energies. There's some pressure in there. But through your third eye, that's where the ascendant is. You see it, what is in the horizon. And then that energy goes in, it's getting processed within you. Then that energy is within yourself. You align it within your first in the crown chakra and you begin to doing under actions. This is why the midheaven during the day is shifting you to work on the things that you need to be working on. Yeah. All right. So what are we talking about the next hour? The energy is gonna be okay. You're gonna be right if you transforming yourself with love. That's coming from Pluto, giving us blessings into Venus. Very powerful aspect of that. Very powerful aspect. It's basically you're gonna be depending only on the love that it's you have within you, and that love, guys, is the one thing that shifting the world to go forward. Actions out of love are never lost. Okay, they're never lost. All right, here is you get in a that preview of the inner work that you need to do is the divine energies between the midheaven, the sun, the north node, the moon is approaching, Chiron is there, all this it's coming to it. The ascendant is in Leo, giving us a very beautiful trine towards Venus. And this is when you find out when you grow up, you're ready to take responsibility, accountability. But for who? You're taking responsibility and accountabilities from some other people's actions? Well, that's a choosing a failure because you're depending on it. Their your success depending on of other people. While here is the learning of this new goal. You to depend on yourself, your personal dependent. And when you're personally independent within yourself and depend only on your actions is in there. Everything else it's come from a help. You can have supportive partners, supportive parents, supportive friends, supportive anything, spiritual guidance, and so on and so on. But that first thing begins is within you. And this is what this is all about. Today is all about that. You to begin from that new, depending on yourself. That way, the results are depending on you, not somebody else, not for some other reasons, not for something that it's you. All right, so talking about the next hour, which is that's going to be at 2 o'clock p.m. midheaven, it's going to be moving into Taurus, squaring Pluto. Some of you, the material stuff, the material situations is not going great. And you think, what is this all about? If you haven't give, you can receive. That's all I can tell you. And some of the people who are with Taurus energies, and they like to received. In there, Aquarius says, like, you have to also give. You need to change. You can't be just stingy, right? You can't only thinking about yourself and your own grass. So without energies, actually, right now, the ascendant there is at Leo is squaring Uranus and Jupiter. And some of those high level of people, I'm talking about this little bit 1% and a little bit above the 1% of the populations on Earth, I'm talking about the ultra rich people. They can have everything as in money values, money is this. But guess what? There is there is one problem with them. It doesn't matter how much more do they have, it's never enough for them because it's like a hole. They're trying to fill that up. That applies to all of them? No. But for most of them, that's what there is. And this is a one is it that learning in there. Yes, self-mastering is great. Focus and being the money and have all this and so on, it's great. Question is what do you do with it? And the ascendant that is at Leo is going to be pointing out that directions that is there. How you become the wise king, queen, and so on. How you ruling your company. Are you squeezing your employees, you getting the lives out of them and just give them a penny for the dollar? And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is shift of this new thing. It is about even the people who are in the top of the chains and so on and so on. They to realize themselves. What did they do? This. This is going to be a huge awakening process to some of you. Mm. And that's what I'm talking about in the next hour for those who has been done the good work, has been done the great job. They're in a balance within themselves. They've been in a balance of the giving and receiving. You're going to have the greatest energies you can feel. Why? The ascendant there is in Virgo. It is right now in divine energies between Pluto and Neptune. Very powerful energies. Midheaven between Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus. All the material energies, all the material stuff that you want, you receive it magically for some reason, some way, something happened. Somebody donates money to you. Somebody's calling you. It's like, hey, I heard about you. You have problems. Here we go. Let me know what they can do. And all of a sudden you have problems. You share it with few people, and things coming to you. Why? Because you give a long time ago. You're a healer. You healed somebody, and now just healing people give back. That's what that is. And when you look at those energies, they're going to be great. Midheaven is great with Mars and Saturn. Lessons learned from the masculine energies. Oh, I can't just give, or I cannot just do this, or I gotta be what I gotta be. It's only for me. I want to keep everything to me, for me, inside of me. Well, you keep more and more and more and more, but you're never satisfied with the more because you need what? You need something else. You need an attention. But the attention in there, guys, okay, it is about reflecting outside. Some people from an outside to give the attentions to you. And guess what? When you're going to pay attention to your own self, that is the growth there. When you pay attention to yourself. All right, talking about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the midheaven. It's in Gemini. That is beautiful energies with Pluto in there. The ascendant, though, Virgo is going to be opposing Saturn and Mars. intensity there, but through that intensity, there is also a huge growth. I healing myself, but I also understand the mysteries of the world. Virgo, Pisces, oppositions, they also have a positive effects on you. Seeing it through the BS of others, you heal your own self. And seeing the things of the mysteries about your own self, you can go ahead and provide the mysteries for the others. That is a that magical situations between Virgo and Pisces. And this is where the Mars is learning and giving there, pushing through. All right, so talking about the next hour, the midheaven is going to be on Gemini, squaring Mars and Saturn, and also squaring the ascendant. Pay attention here on that energies very much, and I'll tell you why. We have the ascendant, it's pretty much at 20 degrees of Virgo. There is a divine energies with 17 degrees, the moon, the sun, and Chiron. The sun and the Chiron, they all pretty much already line up. Okay. You can be blocking the energies from the sun towards the moon and the earth that it receives. But there, in the end, it's Chiron. But then when it moves, it's just going to be telling you why you're not getting the energies that you need to do. And she moves, all that energy is coming for it. It's going to wait for you. But you're going to receive a new energies coming in out from areas towards Chiron, towards the earth, towards the moon, towards the sun. That's what most of you is not going to see it. But if you see that power of healing that it's coming out from the universe to your own inner self, you're going to be able to tap into energies that you can only dream of. Of course, we have to look at it, the energies of transformations, and they all leads and begins from where in the family. The ascendant is going to be at Libra, the midheaven is going to be at Cancer. These divine energies with Pluto, it's going to be powerful, powerful, very powerful. But the oppositions that you're going to get from Libra in there, because Libra, they took a lot of heat. 6 planets in opposition. Six. You need to understand whatever goes on in the areas, it's affecting Libra. On the other hand, I am with others. And what's going on with others in you? They're actually, the others are reflections of you. Reflections of you. Okay? Not always. All right. So 7 o'clock it's coming. The moon it's already together with the sun. It's about what 12 minutes apart in the of joining Chiron in the sun. Okay. She just passed by the North Node. That is the intuitions of your destiny that it's there. But the ascendant that is in Libra, sending divine energies to Mars and Saturn. Divine learning master. Who is the master in this case? It's you. You're the student, you're the teacher, but you're also the master. And what are you mastering in there? Stop for a second and thinking. What are you mastering there? You. Everything that you want to seek outside is within you. All you have to do is look deep inside of yourself. Leave the emotions on the side, go somewhere, and you're gonna find your true self. And when you find a true self, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have. When you're gonna look what you have is the question. because what you have that is in Jupiter and Uranus, then it's a very powerful energy at current present time with Mars and Saturn. All right, so talking about at 8 p.m., it's already the eclipse passed, the energies are moved up, things are getting at higher and higher. The moon is moving away, shining up the light, and this oppositions between Libra and Aries is going to begin to tackle you. We have the South Node, but we also have the Ascendant in Libra this time. And that's pointing out towards the Sun, Mercury, Chiron, the Moon. Okay, so you may be looking at it, you may be getting triggers from your mother, from your father, the wounds that you receive with them. Now, let me stop here for a second. What do you mean, Theo? If your parents were wounded, they live within the fear. You were born, and they are afraid that everything that happens to them will happen to you. And just by being having that fear within them, through their own energy, their energy fields, they bring that energies to you. Have you picked it up that you have the same traits within your parents, within yourself? Why is that? It's called generational karma, guys. You, you're the one who decide to step up and break the patterns. And if you break the patterns, we're talking about the next hour, which is going to be at 9 o'clock. The ascendant is going to be at Scorpio, divine energies with the North Node. We have another divine energies from Leo going in towards Mars and Saturn. The things you grow up there. Now you know you're the one who changes the family bloodline. You're understanding you can't make kids until you fix yourself. You understand, even if you have a kids, that you are the one responsible because you see down the road that the issue is an after and before generation. You begin to understand generational karma. But at the same time, you're the master within you. You put in that Leo's power of authority within yourself. Because that with heaven at Leo is going to be training the Sun and the Chiron. All right, another divine interventions we have at 10 o'clock. The new beginning of you, power it up. The mid heaven is right there within Virgo, beginning of Virgo. Who is Virgo, though? The lady that she came to fix the world, but the world begins to hurt her and she went up into the sky. And her job was only one thing holding it Libra, the justice, the justifying. Are you really need this? Are you really want this? Are you see it? Nah, 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 nah. That's what it is. But she has one promise to come down to the earth and begins the golden ages for us. But that's you. Where your golden age starts when you heal yourself. All right, talking about 11 o'clock, divine energies all over the place. That it's coming from Virgo and Scorpio. You see it within a shadow, you see it with everything. The mid heaven, it has the divine energies from the North Node to Chiron to the Sun to the Moon. The ascendant, we have from to the Moon to the Sun and to the Chiron. Shadowing side, seeing the things through, and so on, will help you to deal with these energies and you to have a brand new beginning of learning the mistakes was not the prison, just a part of your guidance of you to become a better version of your own self. So that's what this report is about. Hi, Andrea. How are you? Glad to see you here. And if you guys have so many questions, you may ask now. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, everything, guys. And I want to say that I appreciate you. And pretty soon, when the things will line up the way it's supposed to line up, we're going to have a great time here. Not good. Great. It's very good that you feeling good about yourself. When you make this divine program as a promise to yourself within you process it, everything that you need to do within your mind. Then that energy is going to the heart. Then you talk to other people, what are you going to do? But you know that feeling good by myself, it's when you actually do it, then you feel good for yourself. And I'm so happy to hear that the people are doing good. All right, guys, if there is no more question, I'm just gonna sharing some gifts for you as usually I do. And I will be talking to you tomorrow. All right, guys, thank you for coming in. Be love, be yourself, and love you. Love you. Okay. All right, guys. Be love.